How hot does this now look? Now, if this bottle would be located right here in my body, it would describe what I'm feeling right now, and I'm trying not to because apparently YouTube has been penalizing me because I curse a lot. But thankfully for me, I don't need YouTube revenue to make a living. Yeah, so you know who you are out there, making your money off that YouTube, so you have to be a circus monkey and pretend you like things you don't like. Well, when I don't like something, I say it. And I'm not bought by any manufacturers, but I'm about to say something that I haven't said in a long time. This Ferrari fucks. I mean, it really fucks. Like, look at it. When I first got the 812 GTS, I wasn't really a fan of the car. I'm gonna be honest, I've never been a fan of Ferrari craftsmanship, even in their Highline cars. My Pista was the exception to every other car I've ever owned. And I just wasn't, right? But this car not only has grown on me from a design standpoint, but it is now finally fixed. There was so much wrong with it mentally when you looked at the design without this change. But now the change is just subtle, but perfect. And what we did to begin with is I went to my buddies at Will's Boutique and I decided that we're gonna do a really good project together. So what we decided to do first was to lower the car a little bit. One of the big issues on the car, if you noticed before, was that the tires were really in, and while the car wasn't sitting up like a bus, it was still a little bit higher than we'd like. Here, now you have spacers, you have perfect flushness. So problem one with the entire design of the car, solved. Spacers and suspension by Novitec. Fixes most Ferraris, because most Ferraris have very good looking wheels to begin with. So it doesn't always make sense to go and get, you know, like another set of wheels, but this is also going to get a set of HREs. However, the main thing that really put this car right is this Novitec kit. Now, I'm gonna go through the kit with you to really show you everything that's changed. We're gonna start from the beginning of the car, because I don't know if you remember at the very early stage of the car, I said this was a problem. I looked here and you can see here that this was all plastic. So it wasn't very attractive. Now, in addition to that, this wasn't really out there like that. So it was also half plastic. It was plastic here, and it wasn't that attractive. But now it's all carbon, and it's accentuated so much more, which gives it a much more aggressive design. But if we continue to the side, two key things happen with the Novitec kit on the side. The first one is these side skirts stick out much more. So excellent design from Novitec to be subtle, but yet aggressive. Then here is the part that's super exciting. This particular strake, as small as this is, it makes the world of a difference in design. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because look at how much space exists here, and then look at how much red there is everywhere. And then this particular section just offsets it so perfect. It's so beautiful. It's so incredible. Like, it's just unbelievable. It's just glorious, right? And I think it's just unbelievably hot. And then it carries on here in the back. And you see this subtle, yet beautiful, accentuated, not diffuser, but really cover to the exhaust. And it does make a difference. It's the little things that make the biggest differences. So now, you not only have a perfect 812 GTS, even if it's slightly OEM plus, but you finally have a Ferrari the way it should have come from the factory. I've always argued that cars from the factory are just this close to being perfect, but they just don't put that effort because it would take so much more money to go the little extra mile. And I think that it just matters here. And I think this Novitec kit absolutely killed it. So I'm gonna let you hear it too, because I want you to hear it. I want you to hear what it sounds like now that it's modified. So I'm going to go in this car. Do I even have the key? I think I have the key. Hold on, let me get the key for you guys. So I'm going to turn it on now so you can hear what the Ryft exhaust sounds like with the X pipe. This is the Ryft race exhaust. Thanks to Empire Speed and Design for hooking us up with this. But listen to this. This isn't gonna be much of a review. I just wanna show you what a Ferrari could be. But listen to this. This retains factory cats, meaning I didn't want the car to be too loud. I wanted the car just to have an incredibly good sound without having the fumes or the craziness, right? And I want you to hear this. You ready? All right. Like, I don't know how I do it, man, but I give myself so much credit every time to always taking the good and making it so much more great. If you've been following some of my other builds and projects, it's always about the attention to detail. And I'll tell you the difference is a lot of people tend to do the Novitec up here. They put the carbon here and I chose not to because I don't like the design when there's randomly carbon on the hood. And it would throw me off because as you notice, it's very rare and hard to get this piece in carbon. I had it on my pista. And here, if this was carbon, this would bother me visually, which is why it's not. And so I decided to keep the top black, 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 and then all the bottom carbon basically to really create two shades and two tones, two feelings throughout the car. And I think it came out superb. So big shout out to my friends at Will's Boutique for putting this Novitec kit on and of course sourcing the kit for me. Really big shout out to my friends at Empire Speed and Design for getting me the Ryft exhaust, race, and X-pipe. And of course, shout out to my friends at Excel Autosport for the install. I mean, it just came out unbelievable. So really excited to go drive it now. I wanted to give you guys a first-hand preview of how hot the 812 GTS now looks with these small modifications. And I am excited, again, to be bringing you future videos with this. But I mean, I think being this hot, it's gonna sell like super fast. Someone's gonna lose their shit and want this car because it looks bonkers. I mean, it looks bonkers. And I don't know that I want to sell it, but like they say, money talks, bullshit walks. So there you have it. So guys, let me know in the comments what do you think. Were the mods worth it? We're talking about an extra 50 grand if you include the wheels coming too. We got a set of gold HREs coming again from Will's Boutique. We're waiting on that. It's gonna look fantastic. So really excited to see how it all turns out. But you tell me, did this make this car the hottest 812 GTS anywhere with just some of this Novitec, the matte red meeting the carbon and gloss, the spacers and the drop? Is this the perfect GTS or not? Leave a comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you on the next Exotic Car Hacks. But of course, don't forget, take the training in the comments below on how to get in and out of exotics, not only without losing any money, in many cases making money, and no peasants, no Turo, no rentals, nothing but you, your car, your profit. Stay rich. Catch you next time.